Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use the pivot longer and pivot wider functions to create long and wide data frames. So first I'm going to library and the tidyverse packages. The pivot functions are in the tidyr package specifically, but we'll be using some of the other ones throughout this process. You may be used to using melt or spread functions from the reshape 2 package, but those functions are becoming deprecated and are being replaced with the pivot functions. So first, I'm going to create a fake set of data that has 3 categories, beach, park, and lake, where the number of visitors each year was counted for the years 2011 to 2020. So now we have 30 rows of data. You can see right now it's in the long form, which means each row is an individual observation. It'll be easier to see the difference between long and wide once we turn this into a wide format. So we're going to take the data frame and use the pivot wider function. There are a lot of arguments you can include in this function, but the basic ones you need to include are the names from and the values from. This is essentially saying create new columns from the different options in the name from column with the data from the values from column. So I'm going to pick location, which will give me 3 separate columns, one for beach, one for park, and one for lake, and the data will be coming from the in column. Okay, so let's take a look at the new data frame. You can see the shape of it is more of a square now because we have more columns and fewer rows, hence the wider format. Looking at this data frame now, what I said earlier about long data frames having 1 row for each observation might be a little more obvious. You can see that in the wide format, there's 1 row for each year, but within each year, we actually have 3 observations, the number of visitors for each place. Okay, let's turn this back into the long format. So we're going to use the data.wider data frame, and this time use the pivot longer function. Again, there are all kinds of arguments you can include in this function. However, you need at least to include the calls argument. This is the name or names of the columns you want to shrink down into 2 columns. So I'm going to choose the 3 location columns, and make sure you put the names in quotation marks so that it recognizes the column names. Now you can see this looks almost exactly like our original data set with only 3 columns. If I want to specify what the name of the new columns will be, I can use the names2 and values2 arguments. This changes the names from the default name and value, which can be useful if you want to do more manipulation or plotting with that data frame. So in the tidyverse, long format is the preferred format for creating ggplots, and I'll show you why it's much easier to use them. Let's say I start with the wide version, then change it back to long, and create a line graph with the number of visitors each year. I want 3 different lines, 1 for each location, and I want the colors to be different so I can tell them apart easily. To do this, I simply need to include the argument color equals name, and this will automatically create 3 different colored lines by the name category. On the other hand, if I was to use the wide format dataset, I would need to create 3 lines separately and specify which color I wanted each line to be. This is tedious and takes more coding than if you just turned your data into the long format to begin with. So that's how you use the pivot functions to change the shape of your data frame to suit your needs. If you found this tutorial useful, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button.